ask you what is your business here today? Are you stopping by to see us?
Yeah, definitely. I rode by a week ago or 2 weeks ago, saw y'all out here. And myself, I watch different camps. I came in the truth on YouTube.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because here's the problem. When you watch too much camp, because each camp has a different doctrine.
Definitely.
Because, is this your son?
Yeah.
Do you have any daughters?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't mind if I ask how old are your daughters or daughters?
5 years old.
5 years old.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this group, what was the age you can sleep with that? 12. And 6 more years, when your daughter turns 12, you have certain kids out there that teach that a grown man like myself can sleep with your daughter. Will you join a kid like that? That's why it's very important to know, to be watchful, to be aware what type of kid you follow.
Definitely.
Or watching.
Definitely.
You need to take your time, screen every kid, and see which one is about the law.
That's right.
As it's written. Okay? We're not saying for you to join us, but we're hoping you do. Because everything that we teach goes along with this Bible.
That's right.
You understand?
One thing I want to say, even though I'm like a mixed bag, my son, he specifically watches IUIC. You know what I'm saying? Every week he watches all these guys.
Listen.
So I said, I'll bring him out here.
I guess the word gonna be, for that moment, particular instant, you're gonna have to follow your son.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Give me congregated, Ibu. Because the reason why you don't have your fringes, he doesn't have his fringes, is one of those laws when it comes to the Sabbath thing.
Yeah.
Because you cannot be doing it alone or just watching online on YouTube.
Right.
This is one of the laws to keep God's Sabbath holy. Read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 25.
Read.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
Because that's what you're doing. You've been forsaking the assembly for 3 years. My brother, when the Most High took me out of Christian church, in 2 months and a half, I was bored. I was watching, but I was very bored at home because I stopped going to the Christian church. I almost lose my mind because I wanted to be among those men. 3 years is a long years, my brother. Okay? Read it again.
Not forsaking the assembling.
Because God said, do not forsake. Do not diminish. It's not a light thing. Read.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another.
How are you going to get exalted, or your son? Because at the end of the day, even though you is that, but when you're among us, we might see something in him that he probably hiding from you when he's between your four walls. Because you know those kids, they're very smart at hiding things from their parents. I'm a parent too. They be open to anybody outside your dog but you. It's very hard to see your kid really open to you. But read that part again.
But exhorting one another.
In order for you to get exalted and exalted somebody else, we have to be in the same midst. Understand? Read.
And so much the more, as ye see the day approaching.
God said you should have that mindset even more as you see the day of what? The day of Christ's return. We see what's going on right now. All this prophecy is unfolding before our eyes.
That's right.
Give me fringes. Do you know about the law of fringes?
Yeah.
For 3 years, what holds you back, my brothers?
Well, you know.
Give me Sirach. The judgment of Ezekiel. Actually, give me Psalm 119, 149. Because you knew. Are you married?
No.
Okay, you're not married. And your kids with their mothers or
Divorce.
Yeah. So who have the custody of your children?
I have custody of him. The other two.
And the other two?
Mother is past custody.
You don't have custody of him?
Yeah.
So the other two, the mother is not in the truth.
Right.
We pray that the Most High. Are you able to teach the other two, the 6 years old, and what the age of the other one?
The 5-year-old I am, but she's a little too young.
Okay.
But the other one, he's in Florida, so I don't have.
Florida. Okay. So.
He's the only one I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But this is what God said. 119.
The book of Psalms, The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 60. I made haste.
What 59 first?
59. I thought on my way.
Because when you knew about this truth, you thought on your way, the wicked ways that we used to live, Christianity, Islam, everything that are contrary to the Bible. When we find out about this truth, when God woke us up, what did he say?
I thought on my way and turned my feet unto thy testimony.
We turn our feet, we turn our way to God's law.
I made haste.
What does the Bible say?
I made haste and delayed not
to do what?
To keep thy commandments.
David said, when I learned about the law, when I learned that I was an Israelite, I'm the Jew, all these laws, he said he made haste to do what?
Keep thy commandments.
To keep God's commandments. Congregate is part of the commandment.
That's right.
Your fringes is part of the commandment.
That's right.
I see you have your beard. All praise to the Most High. Okay? What more? Read. That's it. So, give me the law of fringes.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38.
And guess what? If you are among us, part of our exhortation is to push you to have your fringes on. As a matter of fact, we have a brother that came among us 2 Sabbaths ago. The first time he came with no fringes. Guess what happened next Sabbath? He got fringes on. You know why? Because brother like us exhorted him to keep God's law, encouraging him, because we cannot do it on our own. You understand? Read.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38.
Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
Throughout their generation. Up to today, we have to have our fringes. And I'm probably assuming you probably said to yourself, since I don't know how to sew fringes.
That's one of them. That's one of them.
I know. A lot of brothers, they don't have it. It's because of that, because they're like, I don't know how to sew anything. But because you thinking about your own self, you're not thinking about nationwide, family-wise, because we are family. When you read the Bible, the 12 tribes of Israel, we're always together. We always support and help each other. The same way, when you come among us, we will support you.
That's right.
We have brothers that have wives and single sisters that you can just bring your clothes, go to Labi and Joanne fabric store in Milford, not too far.
That's right.
Joanne store, fabric store.
Right now.
Buy them and bring those clothes with the ribbon of blue, and sister will sew it for you.
That's right.
And next thing you know, you look nice by keeping God's law. People be looking at you because, give me Matthew 6:5. Be a light. Because how we will know that you know the truth? And you knew it for 3 years old. I was looking at you over there. I know you are some random brother that listening. But somehow, I'm kind of looking at a well-aged man, 3 years but by himself. How we will know that you know the truth, that you know who you are, without your fringes? Read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 16.
Read.
Let your light so shine before men.
What does Christ say?
Let your light so shine before men that they may see.
What's that word?
May see.
What's that word?
See.
How they gonna see you're converted to this Bible, to the law as an Israelite, if you don't have your fringes? Because the beard now has become a fashion. A lot of people wear the beards not because they so love to keep God's law, the law of the beard, but because it's a trend of today. And I bet you those men with nice, puffy beard, when the next trend comes, if it's bald in their face, you're gonna see everybody bald in their face. But when you have your fringes, as Numbers said, somebody who knows, they're gonna say, yes, this is my brother over here. This is my brother over there.
That's right.
This brother is awake. He's awoke. How we know that you're awoke, but you walking like everybody else?
I got you.
You understand, my brother?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Hamden.
Hamden.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in the West Haven.
Yeah.
And Lordsville, we'll be looking for a bigger place where you can invite more people. But at the end of the day,
Psalm 119, verse 16.
Psalm 119, verse 16. But at the end of the day, if you come among us, we can help you. Okay? We can help you. We have young men like him. Okay,
Good,
that he can see that I'm not by myself in this truth.
That's right.
Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 60. I made haste.
What does the Bible say?
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
You hear what the
That's
God
right.
said? Read it again for him.
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
Please, my brother, I'm sorry to tell you, that was a lot of time you're taking to keep God's commandment.
That's right.
And I'm being frank with you. God showed a lot of mercy to you.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Somebody doesn't give him that much years. If he realizes that they're not keeping the law, he tell so and so angel, you know what, I took that spirit away from this Negro.
God bless him. Like I said, I'm going to make it back.
This is a serious matter.
I don't have no problem with it.
Okay? And by the way, you know, to help you, you have to be among the brothers.
I just want to make a quick statement.
Yes, sir.
Quick statement. Hey,
Young man,
from the mouth of babes.
young man, why is the reason that you only watch IUIC? Mainly. Explain to us. Raise your voice up a little bit.
That's like the main source I find from you guys.
But what attracts you to IUIC? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, just keeping the God's commandments, you know.
All right, you see that?
Yeah.
You see that? And why you got to take his word into consideration heavily is because how old are you right now?
16.
16. What about you? How old are you?
44.
44 minus 16, right? You got 44 years of corruption. You only got 16 years of seeing corruption.
Right.
So his mind is a lot purer and clearer than you and mine.
Definitely.
You understand what I'm saying? And if he's telling you,
Malachi 4 and 5.
yes sir. And if he's telling you a message, right? If he's telling you a message, you got to take it into consideration. Something that he sees, we're not talking about ourselves. Something that a young man that has less corruption, right? Less corruption in his head, sees something fitted on IUIC, right? But your corruption in your mind got you want to be, oh, let me see what they doing over here. That curiosity. Let me see what they doing over there, right? But a young man with a pure mind sees this. Read.
The book of Malachi, chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers.
So right now, is your son trying to turn your heart back to the Father? Through him, you should be learning through him.
Right.
Why is he only watching the IUIC? We in the same predicament. Why is he only watching IUIC? Because what? Let me get that scripture that I told you to bring out as well.
I showed him other camps and stuff, but he's still
Exactly, because he sees something. Listen to that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 8 and verse 2. Out of the mouth of babes
Out of the mouth of a 16-year-old.
and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger.
Out of the mouth of babes, the truth is being brought out to you.
That's right.
Your son is bringing some type of understanding to you. Say that. Cut the crap, cut the bullshit, and come and get your life straight, bro. Real talk. That's love from him. That's real love from him, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real love from him.
I'll take it.
You know, are you ready to you ready to congregate? We got programs for the young man to take care of. Right? We got programs for you. I see you a little bit of a chunky self. You gotta come down and wait. We got all that going on, right? It's real talk, right? Because we're not only out here with a Bible open, giving you a lip service. We about action.
That's right.
All right? Go to 2 Samuel. Go to Samuel.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Listen up.
Talk no more, exceeding proudly, and let not arrogancy come out of
That's
your
what
mouth.
a lot of people are doing out there. They got a YouTube channel, right? The first thing they do is put the elder's name in their mouth, right? Talking exceedingly glad, not knowing the man's works. All right. When they didn't even, most of them that weren't even born when the man started teaching this work, doing works in the streets. Most of them weren't even born. I could talk with all boldly. All right. A lot of these young camps coming up because they got a YouTube channel and Wi-Fi. I'm telling you straight,
I don't gotta sugarcoat it. Read.
Talk no more exceeding proudly.
What they do is a lot of talking and not action. Because you don't see them. Well, all that you watching them, they're not teaching you to keep the commandments. They're not holding you accountable to keep the commandments. Read.
Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
Actions are weighed and knowledge, meaning the commandments and actions, they couple together. And a lot of these brothers ain't got it. We praying that they do get it. All right? But a lot of them are there for clout and views. All right? They're not there for sincerity. Your son sees something in us, a sincerity in us, that a man that is less corrupted than us, being 40 plus, right? See? All right? Just keep that in mind. Go ahead, officer.
All praise to the Most High. So you say you drove today just to see us, right?
Yeah.
And we pray the Most High that you can continue to come, and hopefully one day you can be among us and congregating. What do you have here?
Proverbs 20 and 11.
All right, read that for me.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and 11. Even a child is known by his doings.
What does the Bible say?
Even a child is known by his doings.
God said even a child can be known by his doing. Okay? Because I can see a good spirit in your son, and all praise to the Most High. It's a blessing, my brother. It's a blessing. Because these days, especially if you go to the public school, you know how much temptation there's in the school. For him, to take the initiative to stick to a kid that he noticed that keeping God's law, that's a blessing.
That's right.
Read.
Whether his work be pure.
What's that word?
Whether his work be pure.
Whether his work be pure.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just didn't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. Iuic has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. Iuic, we deliver the truth.